Watch this. As you are watching this, pay attention. Did you know I found 3 Bible verses that spoke about what is going on right now in Mazi Nnamdi Kalu's case? The first verse is Matthew, Luke, and Mark. Mazi Nnamdi Kalu is a Messiah. The other man, the bandit man, is Barnabas the thief. And the people choose Barnabas the thief to be released to them, and Mazi Nnamdi Kalu should be crucified. Now they carried Mazi Nnamdi Kalu to go and meet the king, our Baba number 1. Now I will be reading from the book of Luke, chapter 23, verse 1, and he said, "Then the whole assembly, the people, rose and led off to Pontius Pilate, and they began to accuse him, which is Jesus, which is Messiah, which is Mazi Nnamdi Kalu. We have found him, this man. We have found this man subverting our nation." That means Mazi Nnamdi Kalu is insulting our nation. He opposes payment of taxes to Caesars and claim to be Messiah. They said Mazi Nnamdi Kalu is claiming to be Messiah. That is why they arrest him, kidnap him, and detain him. And they took him to the king. So the king, Pontius Pilate, asked Jesus, "Are you the king of Jews?" And Jesus responded, "If you say so." Verse 4 said, "Then Pontius Pilate announced to the chief priests and the crowd, and he said, 'I found nothing against this man.'" Verse 5 said, "But they all insist, saying Mazi Nnamdi Kalu is preaching, sending false message from wherever he is to Judea. He's teaching wrong narrative to Galilee." Now I jump further from verse 5 to verse 18. "But the whole crowd shouted, 'Anyway, with this man, release Barnabas to us.' The crowd chose Barnabas to be released and set free." 19 said, "Barnabas has been thrown into prison for causing disaster in the society, attacking innocent people in this city, and murdered innocent people in the city. But the people choose for Barnabas to be released." 22 said, "For the 3rd time he spoke to them," which means the king asked them, "Why? What crime has this man committed?" He asked the people. "I have found him no ground to be persecuted. Therefore, I will leave him punished and release him." But the people insist and said no. 23 said, "But with loud shout, they all insisted and demand that he be crucified, and their shouting prevailed. So the king, Pontius Pilate, decided to grant their demand." 25 said, "He released the man who has been thrown inside prison for causing disaster, murdered, unaliving innocent people. And he surrendered Jesus to them to be crucified." Now I go to the book of Mark 15:13 to 15. "Crucify him," they shouted. "Why? What crime have he committed?" Pontius Pilate asked again in the book of Mark. But they shouted aloud, "Crucify him." Wanting to testify to the crowd, Pontius Pilate released Barnabas to them. He had Jesus flogged and handed him over to be crucified. Now let's go to Matthew 27:22. "What shall I do then with Jesus? Is called the Messiah?" Pontius Pilate asked them in the book of Matthew 27:22. They all wanted him to be crucified. You see what is going on right now in the life of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It happened in the book of Mark, Luke, and Matthew, where the people want Jesus Christ to be crucified. The people want Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to be crucified and release bandits to them to take home. Even his family members want Jesus Christ to be crucified. Even the people Mazi Nnamdi Kanu came to set free want him to be crucified. Even his kinsmen want him to be crucified. These are the same people he is speaking for. They want him to be crucified. They are all shouting, crucify him and leave us bandits. A man who had no gun is being crucified. A man, nobody can come out and say he have ever unalived their family member. But they want him to be crucified and let go of a bandit, a Barnabas that has been in the prison, that everybody have his file. Barnabas have a record of invading people property in that community, in that city, but the people want him to be released. Barnabas have done so many damage in the society, destroy a lot of people home, but the people want him to be released and let the government crucify Jesus Christ, the Messiah, who have come to set his people free. And he came to set his people free, and his people know him not. The same people who he came to set free are the ones shouting, crucify him, crucify him. That is what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is facing today. Crucify him, just like how it was in the Bible. In the book of Mark, Matthew, and Luke. Is there. Go and read it for yourself. You will see that is what is going on today. Anyway, this is all I have to say. My name is Mr. Nose, not MNK. I am your life coach and faith coach. I'm the guy that sits inside. Thank you. I love you guys.